Picture next to me now. Here we go. All right, no, but we hold on a second. We gotta make a chant or say something. SEIU. So what's going on?
SEIU. Oh, are we asleep? SEIU. 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 SEIU.
There you go. That's where I know you from. There you go. It's too early in the morning, but I think they're awake now. Ya se despertaron.
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh yeah, we should have done it with one of those there. Thank you, Michael.
Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Everybody can hear me, right? Yeah. It gotta be louder than that. Yeah. That's right, that's right, that's right. Hey everyone, I'm Chase Editing of McLean. Here we go, here we go, here we go. It's a beautiful day. You know Mr. Rogers, y'all know about Mr. Rogers, and some of y'all might be too young. But anyway, we in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. You know why? Because they heard our voices. And we gotta keep letting our voices be heard. So when I talk, I want you guys to repeat. Okay? Here we go. Y'all ready? Yes. Y'all gotta be laughing.
Sorry, I didn't get a chance to say hi to you. It's because he was a little upset. That's why.
Yeah. You sure about that? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Nothing about us without us. Say it too. Nothing about us without us.
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 I asked them to call the police.
What do we do?
They told me to
Show up.
go down
You fight back.
They are trying to set me up to kill me.
I can't hear you. Show up and fight back. Show up and fight back. That's right, that's right. When immigrants are under attack, what do we do? Let me hear you. Show
Up and fight back.
We show up and fight back. When disabled people are under attack, what do we do?
Show up and fight back.
Show up and fight back. Disabilities, let's see your power. Getting stronger by the hour. Yes, yes, yes. Can we say yes, yes, yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Immigrant and worker power. Can we say yes, yes, yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Getting stronger by the hour.
Yes,
Go ahead, say yes, yes, yes. We're getting stronger by the hour. That's what I'm talking about. What do we want? Health for all. 1, 2, 3. What do we want?
Health for all.
1, 2, 3. What do we want?
Health for all.
One more time.
Health for all.
SEIU rally. We
What
could
do
move
we?
some of our
When do we want it?
ideas.
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
That's right. That's right.
I think we need to start moving you guys to the front too as well. So
Say it for me. Let's go. Let's go.
LTSS.
Louder than that.
LTSS for all.
That's what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. When do we want it? Y'all was at a concert, y'all be spinning your heads off. Our life is at jeopardy. So when do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
That's right, that's
talk.
right, that's right. And now, I want to
what would you say? You want to go up in there? You want to go up in front? Yeah. Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo decía? You want to? I guess somewhere right here. You can come. Yeah, you can come. Yeah, over there. That should be fine. Yeah.
I'll go around.
Okay.
Director for the California IHSS Consumer Alliance.
Let's go, Christy.
I'm so glad to see you all here. This has been a long road for us. There's been a lot of phone calling, a lot of letter writing, visits to the legislator.
Can you see if you can put the volume up,
They
Michael?
finally heard us,
Yeah.
and we feel heard, and we're very happy. And we want to thank them for giving us a final budget.
Notice they're setting up against me rather than helping me. Because they're comrades, so they ain't gonna really be helpful. But just notice that. Please help. I'm in fear for my life. I ran around all night last night. People chasing me horse around the city.
I'd like to
They
introduce
were
our
involved
next
too.
speaker. That's Luis Bravo. He's Executive Director of PASC, the Personal Assistance Services Council. About what's in the final budget.
I'm right next to you. There you go. Hello, everyone. SCIU. Can we make some noise, please? All right. And we also have our advocate. I want to personally thank all the advocates, Christy Madden, for setting this up for everyone here. Also, all the recipients that showed up. So round of applause for the recipients that are here. The other organizations. We would have not been able to do this without you. I'm going to briefly talk to you about the budget and what was happening. So there was 3 IHSS cuts that were about to happen. There was going to be cost shifting from the state to the counties. The counties are facing a significant deficit right now. It would have been impossible to do that. But because of your advocacy and the advocacy of Christie, SECA, Justice and Aging, SCIU, we were able to accomplish and push back on these cuts. So please make some noise because we were able to do that. Through advocacy and legislation, we can make real world changes. And I'm looking around here, and these are our family members, our neighbors, our grandmothers, our mothers, our tias, our tios, our godparents. You know, these are the people that we live with in our communities, and we needed to push back on these cuts. So the other item that was related to IHSS was aligning the termination date for Medi-Cal to IHSS. So what would happen is that if your Medi-Cal was not renewed in time, your IHSS would have been cut at the same time. So we know that IHSS right now is struggling because there's so many people trying to renew their Medi-Cal, and it would have prevented them from continuing their coverage. What I can share with you is that we fought back against those cuts. So SCIU, SECA, CAPA, PASC, we did that. So make sure when you go home tonight, you make sure you look yourself in the mirror. And the reason why we did this was because of you. The efforts that you did. So thank you so much. Make some noise for that, please. And when I ask, why is IHSS always on the brink of being cut? They're an easy target, unfortunately. They think that you're not going to be able to advocate for yourselves. Why? Because you're bedbound, you're in a wheelchair. It's an easy way to be able to cut themselves through the finances, right? But no, not under our watch. They were not going to do that. So we were able to accomplish not only sustaining the IHSS program, but also keeping the statewide backup provider system known as BUPS. So this program offers emergency services for when your regular provider is not available, and we did that. So make sure that you give a round of applause for that because that was an amazing accomplishment. Lastly, I just want to say that SCIU has been such a great partner, seeing everyone there. My grandmother was part of the program. She passed away 2 years ago this month. And so when I look at you, that's who I think about. I think about my grandmother. I think about my mother. So I just want to tell you that I have a personal investment in this. And also, I report to some of the biggest advocates in California. You have right here Christy Madden. You also have Carrie Madden. You have Dulce Garcia. And the one and only Janet Canterbury. I can't leave her out. She's one tough cookie, and she was recognized for a Lifetime Advocacy Award. And I want to make sure she gets her flowers. So thank you so much. I'm here to support you all, whatever you need. If you don't have my phone number, make sure you get it before the end of the day because I'm here for you. I fight for you guys. So thank you so much for everything. And so, Christy, I hand it back to you. Thank you for this event.
Thank you, Louise. Okay, Seamus needs no introduction, but I want to hear it properly. Next speaker is Zika McLean. She's a commissioner on the LA County Commission on Disability, and she's also the co-founder of Divine Victory Ministries. So take it away, Zika.
Zika.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. We are here. Change is here. Change has happened all because of each and every one of you. Teamwork makes the dream work. So as you can see, I'm back. That's all those good things we say. Hello, my name is Tia McClay, change agent. I would like to talk with you today about the asset that we are happy and thankful today that this limit wasn't put at a 2,000 like in the original plan. 2,000 is way too low. What can we do with that? Better yet, we shouldn't even have an asset limit, but that's for another day, another time. Thanks, senators and assembly members. We're glad that it will go down to 21,000 in next July. Asset limits are just wrong. I want to save up for a condo someday. Not only just a condo, but a taxable condo. So I need money. I should be able to save.
Did he leave? He left, right?
This is what about
That's good. I think they told me he had to leave.
and there's something to hold on to.
Huh?
People with disabilities.
He just got triggered.
Their dreams. Your stuff may not be something. Wait a minute, hold on. Yours might not be with something like mine, and that's okay. But I want each and every one of you to know that you can dream, and dreams do come through. Give me a minute. Thank you. I'm gonna call him Mr. Banner White. Thank you. As I was saying, I'm dreaming for that accessible condo, but I need money to save. So once again, I want to say thanks to the assembly members and the Senate for fighting against the 2,000 asset limit. 21,000 just isn't perfect, but we're getting there. We'll be back again next year. And please invite me to come back. I'll change agent to get in the house. Have a wonderful day. Thank you to everyone for being here.
Thank you, change agent. And my next speaker is going to also talk about the asset limit. This is Gail. Sorry. She's from PASC, and she is a consumer outreach. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone, or good afternoon, or good morning still. My name is Ronald Regan, and I'm very happy to be here because this morning we are definitely celebrating, but it's a little bit bittersweet because we still have a very big issue that we need to make sure that we speak about. And we have to remember that the asset limit is something that we've fought of for decades. Decades we fought against the asset limit to allow people with disabilities and seniors to be able to live independently in our home and be able to do so in a way that they do not have to worry about things that the material things that are in the way of their life. So we have to also remember that the reason the asset limit is right up is because of those older people who are the older adults who are had a lifetime to accumulate something, to put something aside, put some savings for a rainy day, or all one home disaster already, or because we're not allowed to save as people we know. And so for those seniors who are falling through the cracks, that is why the asset limits went up. Because those seniors had to make a decision between taking a bath, having a meal to eat, having somebody assist them to the restroom, or between that and being able to hold on to things that were possibly generation to generation for a little bit of money in the bank. Because we also have to remember that assets is not just money.
I guess because they can't hear on YouTube, maybe put it on him.
Technology, we can easily go over the limit that is currently being proposed of $28,000. It is not an improvement. It is not a compromise. It's something we should never compromise on. The asset limit that we have currently that is in place is livable, is reasonable, and is doable for a reason. Not having an asset limit, which we had for a very short time, was a much better situation because it allowed people to not make those difficult decisions of getting care in their home or not getting care in their home. So we ask you to please continue the fight, continue to stand by that. One other thing I wanted to point out is that just the cost of the bureaucracy or the cost of administrating and policing that kind of asset limit on its own is so complicated. And what we're asking of social workers who are already so overworked and so overstretched to police things like what people have in their home, that is not acceptable. It should never be acceptable. That is not good. So, and it could not happen either because there just isn't the resources for that to happen. So stand strong and continue to fight and do not let this kind of compromise be something that is okay for us to go forward. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, JL. That was really important to hear. I appreciate it. Our next speaker is going to talk about the importance of IHSS for recipients. Her name is Dulce Garcia, and she's the Personal Assistance Services Council Board Secretary, and she's the Cal Life ILC Board member.
Let's go, Dulce!
Hi, everyone. Thanks for making it out here. Thank you for all your help with everything. Like we said, they're not going to hold us down. They're not going to think we're just pushovers. Also, make sure to involve your family and neighbors when we have things like this. They need to hear from the community as well. The big importance to IHSS to our lives, one is to be able to be in our community, not just for the fact that we're being seen, but being able to integrate it within the community or family members. Just because I have all these limitations and I require all this assistance does not make me a person that needs to be institutionalized. So this not only gives family a leeway to be able to care for you if they need to, there's an income coming in, there's something coming in. So for the most part, this is what makes us independent. For a lot of us, it's still work. This has been a huge lifesaver. Because of it, we're able to work. Because of it, we're able to go to our doctor's appointments. We don't require government assistance with being institutionalized. So yes, we have needed this time, but start thinking ahead. Don't just sit here and say, we won, we're good, let it go. No, next year's coming. So start lobbying, start calling. Get out there, don't just call. If you're able to go to an assembly member's or senator's office in LA, go. If you're able to go to Sacramento for some of these rallies, go. If you're not able to, it doesn't matter, you can still do it here. Just so you understand, your voice is important. It should never be silenced. And you should never, ever feel like just a number. We're people too.
That was awesome. Thank you, Dulce. Yeah, we are not just a number. Okay, our next speaker, I'm so happy to have here. And she's Leilani Reed, the SEIU 2015 Regional Vice President.
I'm gonna stand behind you guys, okay? Give me a second. Sorry about that. All right, let's
Good
put
morning,
this
my
mic on.
name is Leilani Reed, and I'm a Regional Vice President with SEIU 2015, California's largest union, representing more than 500,000 long-term care workers. This year, Because workers organized and raised our voices, Governor Newsom approved a budget with no cuts to in-home care. For close to 1 million low-income Californians, we also delayed harmful Medi-Cal cuts. That was an important victory, but it is only a delay, not a solution. Next year, those cuts are back on the table, and Trump's H.R. 1 makes the challenge even greater. The federal budget threatens health care for 2 million Californians. Another 660,000 can lose coverage as ACA subsidies expire. And nearly 5 million people who rely on CalFresh could see their food assistance reduced, all while corporations receive hundreds of billions of dollars in tax breaks. Working families cannot afford this. Californians are already struggling to pay for housing, grocery, childcare, and health care. They should not be forced to carry the cost of tax breaks for wealthy corporations. California has a choice. We can protect our communities by closing corporate tax loopholes like the Water's Edge election, excessive R&D tax credits, and net operating loopholes. Doing so could generate an estimated 7.5 to 9 billion every year. That's enough to protect and strengthen Medi-Cal, invest in our schools, expand affordable housing, and ensure working families, not corporate profits, are our state priority. It's time to unrig California's economy so it works for the people who care for our seniors, support our communities, and keep the state running. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Vice President.
You're welcome.
Here you go, Christy. I'm gonna hold on to a paper for you.
Okay, thank you so much, Leilani. We're so happy to have SEIU here, and we all need to work together. This is our power. We've done something here, and we got to keep at it, working together. My next speaker is really powerful too. He's going to talk about immigrant healthcare. It's Juan Carlos Guerrero from Caring Across Generations. He's the Western Regional Organizing Manager.
Morning, y'all. I think it's still 11:23. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all really took a lot of my thunder already because a lot of the things that you mentioned were true. A lot of these are delays, but I'll pick delays over cuts any day, but it leaves a lot to be wanted for in the future. So yeah, we should celebrate this moment, absolutely, but there's just so much more that we have on the horizon. We have a new governor coming in, we have electeds walking out, we have electeds coming in, we have a lot of education to do, because every time the budget gets rough, we always have to come back here. And I'm tired of having to decide, are we going to go on this side of the building or that side of the building, over here, Sacramento, Los Angeles, district offices, and I really want to be able to imagine a lot more than having to defend against budget cuts every year. May it be seniors, maybe disabled folks, or may it be our immigrant communities. Every time the budget gets rough, we're having to revisit this conversation over and over again when there's so much more to be imagined out there. So I'm really proud to be here with the LTSS for All Grassroots Coalition, seniors, our union brethren, and also be able to really emphasize the role of unity, because we will be back. We will stand together, and we will continue to imagine a California that's unrigged and benefits everyone, not just the corporations that are profiting hand over fist off our back every single year.
Thank you, Juan Carlos. That was really great. Okay, I'm going to give my concluding remarks here. I want you all to remember what we did here today. This is going to be the fuel for us to go forward. You see all these great organizations around us. We have CARA, we have Caring Across Generations, hand in hand, a Filipino Workers Union. We have Cal Life Independent Living Center, who did so much to help us today. We have Personal Assistance Services Council, who did so much today. Yeah, and then we have SEIU 2015. and I'm sorry leaving someone out. I hate to do that, but it's the LTSS Grassroots Coalition. LTSS for all. And if you can all make contact with each other. We can all work together on this. We can do powerful things. This shows it. They will listen to us, and we have to make sure our voices are heard. But I do agree with Juan Carlos that they've got to stop doing this to us. We can't be dragged out all the time, every year, to be the people that are going to be sacrificed. The truth of the matter is, we have people, not here today, but people in other organizations that I know of, who have gone up to the Capitol and got really sick or been in the hospital because of going. They've sacrificed their health to be there. So this is not at no sacrifice. It's hard for disabled people to get out. It's hard for us to do things. And the caregivers, it's hard on them, to be honest, because getting us ready to go on these crazy trips is really hard for them too. So honestly, this has got to stop. We've got to be accepted as your neighbors, people you care about, and let us feel like we're part of your community. Anyway, with that, I also want to say that we ought to look at the fair share bill that's coming through that would have corporations who do not pay their employees very much and do not cover their medical, and they're having to get assistance, and this would change that. They would have to pay into a fund. We also have the Water's Edge that will close the loopholes so that we can save billions of dollars closing tax loopholes for super wealthy people. This is a very wealthy state. We shouldn't be in this situation where we're begging like this. So I really hope that we start really looking at things in a more balanced way. But I am so happy that you are all here today. I really appreciate you all. This is wonderful. And I'd like to end with some more chanting from Dika, if that's okay, Dika?
That's all I do.
Thank you, Mr. Vanderwine. Y'all ready? Yeah. You gotta go louder than that. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Are y'all ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Nobody about us without us.
Nobody above us without us.
Oh my God, I changed it. Let me do it right. Nothing about us without us.
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 When healthcare is under attack, what do we stand up, fight back? I need to hear you louder than that. Show up, fight back. Show up, fight back.
Show up, fight back. Show up, fight back.
When disabled people are under attack, what do we do? Show up, fight back. Show up, fight back. Disability and senior power. Show up and fight back. Show up and fight back. Getting stronger by the hour. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Immigrant and worker power getting stronger by the hour. Yes, yes, yes. What do we want? Help for all. Help for all. Help for all. What do we want? Help for all. When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
One more time. Nothing about us without us.
Nothing without us without us.
Nothing about 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 us without us.
And our voice does matter.
Yes.
Our voice does matter. Our voice does matter. Our voice does matter. Our voice does matter. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
And we'll be back next year.
Yes, yes.
And I just want to say thank you to Christy for putting on this wonderful event. I know it wasn't easy. I thank each and every one of you for coming out today and be ready to come back next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. You want to say the one last words?
Okay, we were going to have a 5-minute break and then have an open mic. Do people want to speak into an open mic for like 20 minutes? With different, does anybody have anything to add? If you're fine with this, ending this right now, we're fine with it too.
Yeah. Laura?
Oh, Laura would like to talk. Let's have Laura talk.
Sorry about that, Christy. I'm sorry about that, Christy.
I just want to say thank you to Christy and to everyone who came. And I believe that we're really powerful people, and we speak for so many people who are not here but can speak for themselves, and we just represent for them. And I'm so proud to be here, and I'm so proud of everyone. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Laura.
That was awesome, Laura. Does anybody else want to talk?
Can I just say something real quick?
Yes. Luis wants to talk.
I just want to mention that I want to give Christy her flowers. This is something that's not easy to do. So I do want to start off with a chant. Christy, 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 Christy. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. We, difficult budget situation, but we forced the governor to listen to what we had to say. So you remember that when you go home tonight, we twisted his arm and he didn't do any cuts to IHSS. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you, everybody. Oh,
Ms.
Carrie Madden would like to speak. Do we want to let her?
Maybe not.
What would you like the mic to your right hand side? Okay, there you go. No worries.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carrie Madden, and Christine is my big sister. Most people can't tell us apart. Sometimes I'm not sure who I am. Anyways, we are both IHSS recipients, and the program allows us to work, and both of us work full time, and we live very, very busy lives, and our IHSS workers, we wear them down every day. One of our workers is here today, Felix, over there.
Hey, Felix.
Yeah, he and his wife sometimes show up at our house literally around 3 o'clock in the morning to help us get out into the community and do what we need to do to make sure that IHSS is available for everybody. So you can see how valuable our workers are. Sometimes they leave our house so late too. So it's a long job, but they're in it for us and we greatly appreciate it. We can't thank them enough. This program is so important to people. It's our lifeline to the community. So I'm so happy with all the advocates' work, my sister's hard work, and everybody else is here. So thank you so much. And yeah, next year we'll be back. Thank you.
Stand behind you. Sorry about that.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lejeune Ledoux. I'm a distributing leader with our wonderful SEIU 2015. My take on it is, what the government should understand is every single one of them is one step away from being in the position of a recipient. We're caregivers now, we're providers that can easily turn into a recipient. It could be their family member that's on Medicare or Medicaid and relying on it to be able to get help. They can't stay at home and take care of their family members, so that's why they have us caregivers to do so. If they can't afford it and their family members cannot afford it, that's where Medicare, Medicaid, IHSS, Medi-Cal come involved, and to be able to assist. And I would ask them to put themselves in the shoes of each one of us, each one of you, and how would they feel if that was them that couldn't get help? If they're wheelchair bound and they couldn't get any family member to take off work to come and help them just go to the bathroom, have a meal, brush their teeth, do their hair, help them get from one chair to the next, to the wheelchair so that they can move themselves around if they have a portable wheelchair. It's all the little things that matter that they don't see or they don't recognize, but it's so important. Just imagine how they feel with a cold or flu. They have somebody to come and help them. Uber eats some pharmacy medicine. but you can't even get to the door to open it for your own pharmacy medicine to come in. We have to help you with that. And again, I'll just say, I wish they would put themselves in the shoes of every one of us. And even though they're in those big buildings with a lot of money, there is one moment away, a car accident, anything away from being in a wheelchair, being on crutches, not being able to care for themselves.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guess that's it. I think that's pretty much it, huh, Kristen?
Okay, everybody, I guess that's it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. And I hope we can really forge great relationships with all of you. And just don't forget us, Cara and Caring Across Generations and Hand in Hand and Cal Life. Reach out to us if you want some help. If you want to know about the disability experience or the experience of older adults, we are there to help you. And we'll be your allies. Thank you.
All right. That's it. All right. Thank you, everybody. All right.
I don't just talk the talk, I walk the walk. And I think I'm proving that here today. Today we are saying thank you to the citizen of the Senate state on the state level that was able to convince Governor Newsom that this wasn't fair about the asset limit or trying to take away the backup program for IHS. If it wasn't for IHS, I wouldn't be able to be the advocate I am today. So IHS is important, and I hate to say it, but enough is enough. I'm so tired of sometimes people with disabilities are always an afterthought. But we need to be at the table beforehand. And then they always want to put us on the chopping board. We got all these other services or programs or whatever. But when it comes to seniors and people with disabilities, we're the first or the second to be on the chopping board. So enough is enough. Put yourself in our shoes. If it was you, would you want somebody to cut your family member off of Medi-Cal or IHSS? No, no, no. So think about that. Because one day, you may have to walk in our shoes. So think about that, fellow policymakers.
Anything else you want to say? I think they're waiting for you for the picture, that's why.
I'm good. Enough is enough. And we'll be back next year. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll get you in the picture. All right.
Is that good enough?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's a picture. You can wave your hand.
I'm still.
Hey.